All right, this is chapter 6, lesson 4, solving two-step equations. So up until this point, we've actually just been solving one-step equations. You either add or subtract or multiply or divide. There's one step involved when you're finding your variable. So from now on, we have two-step equations, so there will be two steps. You might have to multiply, then divide, then add or subtract. So if I have two-step equations, I can recall that the order of operations ensures that the numerical expressions, such as 2 times 5 plus 3, have only one value. So that means because I have, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, I need to multiply first and then add, as opposed to adding then multiply. Okay? To reverse the operations, I have to undo them in reverse order. So remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we did parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, right, from left to right. So multiplication and division from left to right, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. So when I'm undoing them, I have to go in the reverse order. So I need to do the addition subtraction part first, and then the multiplication division part. Okay? So to start with, I have 2 times 5 plus 3, which equals 13. In order to get back to the start, from 13 I had to subtract 3 because I added it, plus 3 minus 3, and then I divide by 5, which will give me 2, which is my start value. Okay? So a blank, such as 2x plus 3 equals 9, has two different operations, multiplication and addition. In those blanks, you're going to write two-step equation. Okay. So a two-step equation, such as 2x plus 3 equals 9, has two different operations. Multiplication, I multiply 2 times the x, and addition, plus 3. To solve a two-step equation, I undo the operations in reverse order of the order of operations. So, for example, with 2x plus 3 equals 9, I subtract 3 first because I'm adding it. So I subtract it, then I divide by 2. Okay, so I'm undoing the operations in reverse order from PEMDAS. Okay. All right, so solving two-step equations. An equation like 2 times w plus 36 equals 114 is in the form p times x plus q equals r. It contains two factors, p and x plus q, and is considered a two-step equation. Okay. Equations with rational coefficients, sometimes the factor p in p times x plus q will be a fraction or a decimal. Okay. You do the same exact thing. Okay. We're going to start with equations that don't have parentheses involved because you solve them a little bit differently. We're just going to do ones that are normal, regular equations. Okay, regular two-step equations. So, an example. 2x plus 3 equals 9. That's what I'm solving first. Okay? So, the first thing that I need to do is I need to write the equation out. 2x plus 3 equals 9. Then I need to undo the addition first, because remember, I have please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, okay? So you need to remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and then go in reverse order. So I subtract 3 from both sides, so I have 2x equals 6, and then I divide by 2, so x equals 3. I can substitute that 3 back in to make sure that my answer is correct. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 does get me 9. So 9 equals 9, so my solution is 3. Okay? The second problem I have is solve negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. So I check my solution. So in order to do this, I have to add 7 to both sides because I'm subtracting it. So adding, which gives me negative 2y equals 10. Then I divide both sides by negative 2. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5, so y equals negative 5. Again, I substitute that negative 5 back in for y to double check. Negative 2 times negative 5 minus 7. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10, minus 7 is 3. So my solution is negative 5. All right, and that is the end of Chapter 6, Lesson 4.